And until the state can reach a particular place where they say, hey, we have an interest in the case in your situation, they have none. Another thing is, and Rick can help us better with, was it prepaid insurance? These things that are in statute that give prescribes for what the court is supposed to follow. Rick, a lot of guys don't know about, if you've been prepaying for your child's insurance, you get credit for those kind of things. You know, and some other things, Rick, that you can say that I haven't mentioned when it comes to things that people should just be aware of.
And you also get credit for other kids. That's a big one too.
Yeah, yeah, my other kids, and again, it's equitable. And I want to say this also: if you all have a court proceeding and it's virtual, particularly virtual, and if you need information for your states, reach out to me because she's already spoken to us. Give my lady Taisha Scott, CDR certified electronics deposition reporter, and you can contact her at 954-383-4955. And everybody who's ever seen any of my hearings, you'll always hear them say, we have somebody here from Scott reporting. That's who I rely on. If not, you can, I forgot Warren's, Richard Lee reporting as well in Tampa. If you need somebody in Hillsborough County, I think Richard Lee has access to get you somebody in person where you are. But you don't go anywhere, right, Rick and Mike and Tyler, without a court reporter. You do not show up with, make them kick your court reporter out. And then if you have to, I would recommend, especially if you have that attorney that I recommend, you raise that as a due process violation, because if you don't have a court reporter, you don't have transcripts, and if you have no transcripts, you have nothing upon which the appellate court can review. And in Florida, go ahead, Rick.
Quick question. So with the court reporter, what do you send to the court to basically say, hey, I want the court reporter there?
It's a
I can
part of your
speak.
right.
Yeah, for me, it was on my last when I got a notice of hearing, it was actually on the hearing that I can have a court reporter as long as I pay for it myself. And then
That's how
even when
yeah.
which it's not always on there, yeah, probably. But even when I got in the hearing officer said, you know, basically, why do you have a court reporter? We're recording, you know, the state provides that. And I say on my motion, it states that I can, on notice of hearing, it states that I can have a court reporter. So I'm like, you know, even from my notice of hearing, I think they just, like I said, or they just gonna say shit to throw you off, even though they know they wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I would wholeheartedly agree. And everybody knows, if you watch mine, you're going to always see a court reporter there. I will not show up without a court reporter. I just won't do it. And I'll say this, and this is just me, and if they don't like it, because everybody knows how I feel about the attorney that I've had some hearings with recently. They have tried to price me out by using their own reporting services. I'm not going to mention them because I despise them, but they're doing their job. But they're a lot more expensive than, and no better than Miss Taisha Scott. And I put the link inside the chat room, so everybody take that link. You have no excuses. In fact, I'm gonna do this for you all as well, because you can. I'm starting. I know how to use some of these little tools. Here we are. Can you all see their screen? Cost-effective court reporting services, Taisha Scott. Can you all see that screen?
Yes.
There you go, people. No excuses. And 12.491 specifically states that if you move to vacate, you are to give the court a transcript of the proceeding. And we all understand that Gregory versus Rice says that the court's not supposed to rubber stamp. And we can go in, I think it's a 1999 case, Gregory versus Rice. I think I cited it in a couple of my hearings about the rubber stamping issue. But part of it is you have to have a court reporter and a set of transcripts that can allow the court to say, hey, this is specifically where the violation is. And that's important for the posterity of your case. So just keep that in mind as you move forward with whatever it is that you have going on. And now since Tyler has given me the information, I'm going to pull up the nunc pro tunc order so that people can see this. And again, it's going to be a process either way. You're never going to avoid the process. If you think you are, you're fooling yourself for reasons that you don't have to. And it creates a set of problems that even I had to go through. So let me see me get this thing done and share this with you all. So this nunc pro tunc means now for then. And do you all see the judgment of dismissal?
Yeah, I just filed something like that maybe 2 days ago, which I
So
had
this
to.
is the judgment, not a request. This is the judgment. Tyler, this is yours, correct? Are you there, Tyler?
I'm here. That's mine.
That's
Yep,
the
that's mine.
judgment. That's a judgment, people, not a request. See that word judgment right there? That came from the court. And essentially, again, if you want, see it right there?
And I had to call you. I was like, what does non-pro-tunc mean?
And give them the background on that as I get ready to show you all what it means, the legal definition. But there you are. If anybody wants this, Tyler said we can give it to you, so I'll download it and give it, and I'll just slide it over into the to the chat room. But anybody who has a case that's been dismissed, they're going to be able to show it to you. It's not like it's. Sometimes things are hyped up to be what they're not. That's unfortunate, but that's just what it is. But go ahead and tell them the background of the nunc pro tunc, Tyler. Why you asked me that before, and don't tell them cussing out part.
It means now for then, and it is the court's way to correct an error to a date that is retroactive to the date, whatever date that they put, and that's what I was calling you about last night at 11 o'clock.